melting ice caps, raging fires, rising rivers, growing protests. Climate change this year adopted a new name, climate crisis. While the name has changed, have the people of Ireland. We've decided to take this issue to the public. Are people becoming more environmentally aware?
I think you can see the change in weather. I think even since I've been a young boy growing up, summers are a lot different now than they were. There is a lot more what feels to be microclimates in different parts of the country, so it absolutely is a thing. Anybody who says different is a liar.
I think people are getting a feel for it, but they're kind of changing, maybe like sustainable fashion or anything like that. They're changing their everyday life a little bit like each day.
Yeah, my grandparents don't really believe in it, I guess, as much as like my parents and myself, and sort of, I suppose, make more like active changes towards it.
And I constantly see statistics online and social media and such.
I'm very much aware of it in the last 2 years, and it gets you very upset and scared, so yeah.
Yeah, I think it's definitely like happening, but I think they need a bit more kind of education about it, because I think maybe the older generation doesn't know.
I think I have anyways. I don't think it's I'm changing the world, but I think it's a good effort to make in oneself. I try to go to farmers markets, reduce plastic consumption, use as little water as possible, try not to be over excessive and just be more aware.
Yeah, well, I've tried to cut down on meat a good bit. It's not always working. I sometimes slip up. That's one thing I try to change.
I think, if I'm honest, I probably have been quite lapsed in not doing. But I think as it has been more in the media recently, I have done. I went to watch Billy Bragg. I don't know if you know, he's a political musician, and he was talking about having sustainable drinks at gigs, so not having plastic cups, and he himself said, oh well, this is something that only I've just happened upon, and that was really interesting to see that a lot of people were taking their own receptacles to a gig to have a drink out of, rather than just buying a plastic cup and throwing it away. Myself, I do try and recycle. I'm a poet, so unfortunately I end up buying a lot of second-hand clothes anyway.
I recently returned vegetarian because I feel like that has an impact some way, especially towards climate change, and I've been buying sustainably as well.
Well, I live in Louth, and every month there's a farmers market on called the Cottage Market, and we would make the effort as a family to go there and pick up local produce that wouldn't be wrapped up in plastic or produced in factories, but that's only once a month, like we have to have groceries for the rest of the weeks, so unfortunately there's not as much accessibility as one would appreciate.
Environment Week at TheCity.ie.